Hi, welcome to my channel. Let's continue the third part of single lines of rare medicines. So let's begin. Feeling as if months are coming, produce most marked thalassemia is trifolium parthens. So trifolium parthens, there is a feeling as if months are coming and it produce marked thalassemia. Next point is feeling as if the part of the body were absent. Medicine is cotyledon. So cotyledon, there is a feeling as if the past part of the body is absent. Next point, feels as if bowels were settled down in the lower abdomen. The medicine is Opentia. Opentia has got a feeling as if the bowels are settled in the lower abdomen. So next point, feels as if strings were tied in a slip knot around the intestine, which suddenly drawn tight and then gradually loosened. The medicine is Chionanthus. So Chionanthus, there is a feeling as if the intestine is tied in a slip knot, which suddenly draws tight and gradually loosens. A remedy of unquestioned benefits in sciatica, where pain is associated with numbness of the affected part, rheumatism and morning diarrhea, medicine is Nephalium. We have already discussed this remedy. That is, Nephalium is good for, or it is benefited in sciatica with numbness and also in case of rheumatism and morning diarrhea. Next point, for those who have compiled to work or in, those who are compiled to work on an insufficient amount of sleep, the medicine is Zincum acidicum. Think of an IT professional person who is working all day with insufficient amount of sleep, then we can prescribe him Zincum acidicum. Forgetful, wavering long between opposite resolution, lack of self-confidence, feeling of cobweb in face, medicine is Brietta acidica. So this wavering long between opposite symptom, it is a core symptom of Brietta acidica, which means the patient is unable to choose between two options. For example, if he is planning to go for a trip with his friends, and on the day just before the trip he's having confused or he's having some sort of doubts in his mind, that is whether he should go or not. This is actually a common symptom which is found in most of the people. But here, and also this is a core symptom of Brietta asiatica, sorry, Brietta acidica. Here the mind is unsteady, there is lack of confidence, forgetful, and there is feeling of cobweb in face. Frequent irritation, tastes like a bad egg. The medicine is magnesium sulfurica. A similar sentence is belching, tasting like rotten egg, where the medicine is arnica. Here for frequent irritation, tasting like bad egg, the medicine is magnesia sulfurica. Frigidity of females aid in establishment of the normal menstrual flow in young girls. The medicine is Damiana. So Damiana can be given for young girls to establish a normal menstrual flow and also for frigidity of female. Frontal headache with enlarged feeling of eyes, face wrinkled and old looking. The medicine is Pulex irritans. So Pulex irritans, there is a frontal headache with enlarged feeling of eyes, and the patient usually look very old, and his face will be filled with wrinkles. Next is gallstone and insomnia. The medicine is colestrinum. So next point, gives power to endure prolonged physical exertion without taking food and without feeling fatigue. The medicine is sterculia. So sterculia, it gives the patient or it can be given for athletes for prolonged exercise without taking food and also at the same time without feeling fatigued. That is sterculia. The next medicine is glycoma, sense of fullness and eyeball feels too large. Medicine is clomocladia dentata. So clomocladia dentata is a very good remedy for glycoma with a sense of fullness and the eyeball feels too large. The next remedy is Populus tremuloides, and the sentence and the point is a good remedy in vesicle troubles after operation and in pregnancy. So Populus tremuloides can be given for urinary bladder complaints after operation and also in case of pregnancy. Next is half dead, half alive feeling all over. That is Tenasatum vulgare. Tenasatum vulgare has this feeling of half dead and half alive. Next point is, has been found of real use in the treatment of weak ankles and tardiness of the lower extremities in scrofulous and rachitic children, emaciation of lower extremities. The medicine is Pinus sylvestris. So Pinus sylvestris has been found to be useful in weakness and the tardiness of lower extremities in rachitic and scrofulous children. And there is emaciation of lower extremities. Next point is, has clinical confirmation of its use in cancerous ulcers and nodulated tumors of the tongue. Medicine is Gallium aparinum. So gallium aparinum can be given in case of cancerous ulcers and nodulated tumors of the tongue. Has a reputation as a remedy in venereal disease and rheumatism. Rheumatic pain in right knee, the medicine is jacaranda. So jacaranda is a reputed medicine for venereal disease and rheumatism and rheumatic pain of the right knee. Hay fever begins with burning and itching of the palate and conjunctiva, annoying itching of the nostrils and the roof of the mouth. Medicine is Arundo Mauritanica. Mauritanica. Okay, Arundo Mauritanica. So this is a wonderful remedy for clinical practice in case of hay fever with itching of the palate or conjunctiva, or it can simply be given for hay fever. So there is annoying itching of nostrils and roof of the mouth. So next point is headache and back headache with backward and forward motion of the head. That is laminum. So in laminum there is a headache on backward and forward motion. Next is hungry for apple. Medicine is Apium graveolens. Apium graveolens, hungry for apples. Ill effect of strychnine is neutralized by eucalyptus. So for the ill effect or for the poisoning with strychnine can be neutralized by eucalyptus. In acute rheumatism, dissipate fever and pain in day or two. That is propylan. Propylan can be given in case of acute rheumatism, dissipates fever and pain in one day or two. So next is epilepsy. In epilepsy, it brings up the patient's mental power and helps in constipation. That is verbena. This is a very important medicine. So verbena in epilepsy brightens up the patient's mental power and helps in constipation. In splenitis, next point, in splenitis, where it should surpass cyananthus, we can give Diosma lingeralis. So in case of splenitis, when cyananthus is found not to be effective, in that case we can give Diosma lingeralis. In human proving, it results in decrease in red and increase in WBC found by R.F. Rabe. The medicine is benzolinum. This is a very important question. This has been repeatedly asked in few question papers. So benzolinum in human proving, it decreases the red blood cells and increases the white blood cells. So next point is also important. This is also a previous question. Inclined to cape and cry, lows consciousness, head reels in high sealed room. The medicine is Cuprum acidicum. So here the key point is head reels in high sealed room. Then the medicine is Cuprum acidicum. Next point, incontinence in children with dream and nightmares when passing urine. Medicine is Equistum. So already we have learned in keynote that Equistum is given for incontinence, that is bedwetting, especially for bedwetting. Along with that, there is dreams and nightmare. Increase in number of RBCs and the amount of hemoglobin. The medicine is lecithinum. So lecithinum increases RBC and hemoglobin. So it can be given in case of anemias. Now increase the quantity of milk in nursing women. That is Ricinus communis. Ricinus communis can be given in a lactating mother for increasing the quantity of the milk. Indigestion from imperfect secretion of the gastric gland, gastric juice. The medicine is Ulmus rubra. So indigestion as a result of decrease in the secretion of the gastric juice, we can give Ulmus rubra. Now injuries to sinews, tendon and periosteum, medicine is Symphytum. Sinews is nothing but tendon itself. Insomnia produce normal sleep, no disturbance of cerebral function, neurosis of children, worm fever, teething, spasm. The medicine is passiflora. So passiflora is commonly given as in clinical practice in case of insomnia because it produces normal sleep without disturbing the cerebral function. So this remedy can be also given in case of neurosis of children and in worm fevers and teething and also in spasms. So next point is instantaneous voice producers are Populus candidicans. So next is intense pruritus, urticaria, disappearing and appearing suddenly and with internal coldness. That is antipyrum. Intestine can be felt like cylindrical enlargement, that is tannic acid. So in tannic acid, so a patient requiring tannic acid will have a sensation like his intestine is enlarged and it is cylindrical. Irritable feeling under the fingernails relieved by biting them. The medicine is ammonium bromatum. So in ammonium bromatum, there is irritable feeling under the fingernails, and this is relieved only by biting on them. So next point is, it is a good remedy in unstrained conditions of nervous system attended with nausea, dizziness, headache, followed by night debauch. Medicine is Lupulus. So Lupulus can be given in cases where the patient has indulged much in alcoholism or after much partying. His nervous system feels very dull, depressed, along with nausea, dizziness, and headache. In these conditions, we can give Lupulus. It is a remedy of some form of congestive headache and sunstroke. Medicine is Acina barbata. Acina barbata can be given in congestive headache and sunstroke. So next point, it is also very important. It is an enemy to every kind of worm infesting human body. That is Chirion glabra. Chirion glabra can be given for any kind of worm infestation. Next point, it is recognized as being the most effective chemical antidote in case of morphine or opium poisoning. That is calipermagneum. So calipermagneum is the most effective chemical antidote for opium and morphine poisoning. Next point is, it is a previous year question. It meets the autotraumatism of masturbation, correcting emission and spermatoria. Medicine is tribulus uh, terrestris. Tribulus terrestris for autotraumatism of masturbation, correcting emission and spermatoria. Next point, it will relieve tardy menses, especially with sensation that the flow is about to start and yet not do so. That is gossypum. Gossypum is actually cotton. So it relieves the tardy menses, especially when there is a feeling that the menses is about to start but it has not yet. So next is itching of the arms and hands while writing. Medicine is Mentha piprita. Uh, Next is itching relieved by hot water, res venerata. So in res venerata, the itching is relieved by hot water. Itching in palms, sensation as if pimples would break out. Medicine is granatum. So granatum, there is itching of the palms and there is sensation as if pimples will break out. So next point is also very important. Its action, is that of an excess oxygen carrier and catalyzer. Hence, its use in wasting disease. That is vanadium. So vanadium acts as an oxygen carrier and a catalyzer. Because of this, it is a useful medicine in wasting diseases. Its influence of unstriped muscular fibers marked uterine inertia in the second stage of labor, where cervical ooze is fully dilated. The medicine is pituitary gland. So the medicine prepared from pituitary gland is used in a second stage of labor in case of uterine inertia, where the cervical ooze is completely dilated. And also the pituitary gland, it has much marked action upon unstriped muscle fibers, that is on the smooth muscles. So pituitary gland has marked action on smooth muscles and also given in case of uterine inertia in the second stage. Its pain are of wandering nature with much stiffness and drawing. Everything smells and tastes like honey. That is Aposanum andro. So we have already discussed this. Along that is everything smells and tastes like honey. Along with that, there is a wandering pain and stiffness and drawing. Next point is left side of head, face, chest, hip to knee. All have lancinating pain. The medicine is Lepidium vulnaris. So in Lepidium vulnaris, the left side, that is head, face, chest, and hip to knees, feels lancinating pain. Next point is lessens the vomiting in gastric ulcer. Medicine is Germanium maculatum. So Germanium maculatum helps in lessening the vomiting in gastric ulcer. So next point is leucorrhea in little girls. The medicine is Cubeba. So leucorrhea in little girls. Cubeba and other remedies can be Millefolium calcarea and causticum. So here the last point is of this session. Libidinous thoughts and lascivious dreams controls genital irritability. The medicine is Salus nigra. So in Salus nigra there is libidinous thoughts and lascivious dreams. It controls the genital irritability.